Alright, so today we're going to talk about nicknames and how they form and some ridiculous ones that are out there in boxing and MMA.
A lot of times where fighters get their nicknames, usually they get them from close family or from their gym or their trainers, depending on who's around them. And sometimes the nicknames themselves are just natural. So for example, somebody like Canelo, synonym, that name is, I guess, kind of common because I've heard it around in Mexico, and whether it be Canelo or synonym, those are, you know, people that are redheads. That's why it's a natural name, something that just comes to you naturally, something that your parents give you, and it doesn't really take a whole lot of thinking. So some of the nicknames themselves become natural. Sometimes your trainers or the coaches or the people in the gym will give you certain nicknames. So for example, if you guys know who Fernando Arce is, Fernando Arce's nickname is El Travieso, the naughty one, right? And so he got his nickname because he would mess around inside the gym, and then he would mess around with the board that he had, and his coach caught him and he told him, "Oh, you're a very naughty kid," and so he ended up getting his name like that. So sometimes it's really about your characteristics and who you are and your personality, and the people will give you a nickname that will probably stay for you in a long time, especially if you're with a gym. If once somebody calls you by that name and then somebody else hears it, then it spreads like wildfire and you have yourself a nickname.
Yeah. And other times it's you get it based on hobbies or previous jobs, like Clay Guida, Clay the carpenter Guida. Before he was a fighter, he was a carpenter. Also Miesha Tate, Miesha Cupcake Tate. So people like Miesha Tate, her nickname is Cupcake because she enjoys making cupcakes, and on her Instagram page she posts a lot about cupcakes. So that's kind of a weird one, Miesha Cupcake Tate. It's kind of a fruity name for someone who's a cage fighter. But it's hobbies, and then I'm pretty sure she didn't choose their name, or she might have chosen their name, or she might have gotten it from other people. And kind of once you're given a nickname, it's kind of hard to make it go away, because you got it for a reason, because something you did. It's part of you, and if sometimes you just have to learn to like your nickname even though you don't like it.
Yeah, some people have ridiculous nicknames, and sometimes it doesn't make sense. But most of the time, people have pretty cool nicknames like Marvin, Marvelous, Hagler, Muhammad Ali, who ended up giving a nickname to himself. He called himself the greatest, and now everybody knows him as the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. So sometimes you could give yourself a nickname and the people will catch on to it. So there's a lot of ways that you can get nicknames. It's not really uncommon for everybody to have a nickname, especially in a group, in a gym, because everybody's kind of pretty close, and you guys are, I guess, pretty personal with each other, because I mean, you guys are like literally right there next to each other all the time, whether it be training or sparring, or whether you're like in jiu-jitsu, rolling on the mats, and it's like a bond. It's like a bond. Boxing, martial arts, it's a bond, and sometimes like they're like your family. So, and you just get called on, I guess, sweet names sometimes.
And kind of, no, I don't mean to disrespect to this fighter, but the worst nickname of all time ever is Corey Anderson's nickname. And his nickname is Beasting 25/8. So 24/7 wasn't good enough for him, so he added an hour a day. He had an hour and a day. So Beasting 25/8, 25 hours, 8 weeks, 8 days out of the week. And I get it. I get what he's trying to do, that he works hard and he grinds, but I mean, you can do a lot better. Beasting 25/8, a nickname. I mean, it just doesn't. Corey Beasting 25/8 Anderson. It's not something that catches. It doesn't flow. But I mean, I'm not gonna tell him anything. I don't want to kick my ass. So I mean, even in boxing and MMA, it's kind of different, because you can't really tell them anything, because these guys are really, really tough guys. So I mean, if you make fun of their nickname, then you better be a good fighter, because they're gonna get offended. So
yeah, man, I think one of the coolest nicknames I think I've heard was Chuck Liddell, Iceman. And then Rampage Jackson. I guess one of the most common ones is like Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson. And what's the guy that called himself Sugar in MMA?
Sugar? Oh, Sugar.
Rashad Evans.
Rashad Evans.
Yeah, so that's a very common one as well. But yeah, there's a lot of cool nicknames around. I mean, I wouldn't want to make fun of these guys neither. I wouldn't want to get killed out here. But like you said, there's some ridiculous nicknames. But I think it's all love, and at the end of the day, that's what people will remember you as. even if the nickname sounds good or bad, the people will love you regardless. If you were a good person, you know, if you were just some fucking
Kobe Covington.
if you were just some a-hole fighter, then I don't know. I guess you have a lot of work to do on your personality.
Yeah, those were some of our favorite nicknames, some of the worst nicknames, and kind of how people get their nicknames. And let us know what your nickname is, and if you have any nicknames for us, let us know. I mean, it can be whatever you want. Just don't. I mean, yeah, there's no limits. Give us nicknames. Tell us your nickname and comment down below that, and check the link in the description. There's our Instagram, personal Instagram, our other YouTube channels, and our website, and all that stuff's gonna be down below. And yeah.
That's in position, still broke now. I had little bros, we were hungry, but we had nothing. Just a couple of cents. Went to the corner store and got some bread. Split it between us three. Mom's got home. I will leave, hit the streets. Downtown Los Angeles is where I be. Downtown